So I've been trying to record this video, must have been about 20 times now, no word of a lie, and I keep getting myself confused because I'm talking about something technical. And I always confuse myself when it comes down to technical things. So I've decided I'm just going to talk as best as I can and make it into simple terms, which is what I normally do whenever I'm trying to describe things to people and help them with their business. So we're talking about Google, we're talking about how do you know if you've got your own website, how do you know that Google can actually find it? How do you know that it's going to show people your website, your products, your services to anyone that types in something in Google that might match? So basically, Google has something called a index, and it's like an online library. It's like a massive online library full of all the content that it's found from all the websites that possibly exist. So it has these crawlers that go out. Sounds really creepy, doesn't it? And they crawl websites and they find, bits of information to build up the library. So your website will be on Google's index. Normally, you don't have to do anything to be in the index, just have to publish a website. And it can take between a few days or a few weeks, sometimes a bit longer for Google to pick it up. So if you've just published a website and it's not on there, don't freak out. It's absolutely fine and hopefully it will appear. Now, I just published something last week on Vintage Tree for Easter and it's already picking that up. So that's a good sign that obviously I'm being found. So it's really important in order to get in Google's index that your website is up to scratch. So it's got to have great titles, it's got to have, really good descriptions that are clear, they're easy to read, it's got to be mobile friendly. It has to have, appropriate like links and images. Your images need to be labeled. It's got to have kind of like all these little things that make life easy for Google. If you look at it that way, if everything is easy for Google to find, it will just pull it from the internet and show somebody who is looking for something to match their search query. So it's what you want them to do. You want Google to put it in front of the right people for you. So as I say, you don't normally have to do anything to be in Google's index. I will show you how to check if your website is in the index, and I'll give you an example on my website as well. If it's not appearing, it's normally due to the fact that there's something technical going on the website. It could be that you've just not got enough content on there, so your product descriptions might be too short. Again, it might not be mobile friendly, it might take too long to load. There's loads of different things that it could be. But generally, if you have got, a decent amount of information on there, you're using an up-to-date website builder, there's lots of not free ones, there's lots of cheap ones out there as well that you can use. You don't have to be paying thousands of pounds for a website. You can afford that at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to tell you now how to find your website and see if Google can actually locate you. Okay, so you need to bring up Google and then you need to type in the word site, S-I-T-E, and then you need to do a colon, so ... and then your domain name here. So I'm doing it for herhandmadehustle.co.uk and then hit enter. And then as you scroll down, you'll be able to see, hopefully, your website appearing in the list. So if you can see here, you've got the website address, herhandmadehustle.co.uk, and then here is the about page, which is also here. It's got that one indexed, it's got the store here, which is great because that's where I sell my stuff, the business tools, it's got the contact us page, it's got my content writing page, it's got my blog, which is fantastic. Blogs are always rate really highly on Google because of the quality of content usually on them, so it's always good to have a blog. And also we've got here my Creative She CEO course, which is under the store. Now, I noticed on here, when I go on my website, the services tab isn't on there, which actually, yes, content writing and branding was, and so was business tools, but the one-to-one coaching wasn't, and the services, which is actually really important. So I need to go in and find out why that is. I have a feeling it's because I've not put the right titles and tags in the behind-the-scenes sort of bits. I'm going to go and do that shortly. And also my podcast hasn't come up, but that is actually because when you click on it, it takes you through to an outside source. It's just a link rather than an actual page. So I might go in and change that as well. So yeah, that's what you need to do. That's how you will find out if your pages have been indexed on Google. I'm considering I've got a new website. I'm kind of happy with that. But obviously now I know there are some changes that I need to make. So that's how you do it. Remember, if any of your pages or its website isn't coming up on Google using that formula to find it, it means that it won't appear in search results. So it's really important to look at why those pages aren't coming up. I'm going to go back now and have a look at what I just pointed out that I found out about my page. I'm going to go and fix those errors. If you need any help with your website, getting your content spot on, writing product descriptions, looking at all these little things that are going to help you appear on Google, it is a service I'm going to be offering soon, hopefully late spring, early summer, depending. But if you are interested in that, feel free to sign up to my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description below on the post, and you can just sign up to it, and I will pop you an email over as soon as those services are live, so you know that I'm there to help if you need anything at all. It's something that I really enjoy doing, helping people get seen on the internet. It's such a big place, isn't it? It's so hard to get yourself out there now. So please feel free to join the mailing list. I'd love to have you on there, and you'll be the first to know when I decide to launch this service. All very exciting. There's loads going on. I have to get back to doing my work for Vintage Tree now. I'm doing lots of Easter kits at the moment. I have 4 broken glue guns behind me, as you might see. So luckily I had to order one off Amazon last night that came yesterday, so I can crack on. But thank you for watching. I hope it's helped you. Let me know in the comments below what you find out about your website.